Hi, I'm Michelle Grandine. I'm 28. I currently work at American Apparel as a bilingual sales coordinator and a translator for the online store. I work for mainly Japan, but I also do U.S., Australia, Hong Kong, Singapore, and China. And I currently live in Los Angeles, California, but I was born and mostly raised in Tokyo, Japan. I went to an international school my entire life, and I went to preschool and kindergarten in Los Angeles, in Los Feliz, and I also went to undergrad in Ithaca, New York, and then I moved back to Honolulu. That's where I live part-time every summer and winter, and my mom lives there right now after my dad passed away 3 years ago in Hawaii. And I also went to law school in Boston, and I took some time off, and then I moved to LA, and I got this job, and I am loving my LA life away from the snow. I was raised by my mom and my dad. My dad was an international corporate lawyer in Japan, and so he was fluent in English and Japanese. He's Caucasian, French, Irish, from Worcester, Mass, which is Western Mass, a very, very small town. And he's my mom comes from Tokyo, born and raised, she's very proud of. She was she worked in fashion. And she went to fashion trade school. She didn't have money to go to college. So I was raised by a very strong role model in my mom and my dad, and they always pushed me to do what I love, and they never pressured me to do anything or follow any path. They just wanted me to figure it out for myself, and I ended up working in fashion. So this is where I ended up. I guess it was just meant to be that way. I didn't go to school for fashion. I originally went to undergrad for classical music. I used to sing opera, and so and then I ended up switching to econ, business economics, and I went to law school. So it's totally different. But I just the creative kept calling me, and I went back to fashion. Currently, I'm single, and I live alone in this glorious apartment. This is my bed, wonderful bed. But I just rescued a little puppy mill puppy on Tuesday. This is Halston Rose. It's named after one of my favorite designers, Halston, and she was rescued. She's a little scar right here. But right now we live together, and I take her to work every day, and she is the light of my life. I love her so much. Anyway, I have a little picture of my dad here. I usually keep this around with me because I miss him so much. I lost him about 3 years ago. I have a little crystal I keep on the side of my bed for good luck. This is rose quartz. I'm really into crystals, and I like tarot cards. I'm really spiritual. And ever since my dad passed away, I've been really spiritual, and I keep a little crystal also with my dad's little urn that I keep right here. Might be a little weird for some people, but I like to keep it. It's kind of my Japanese roots, and then I keep a little moonstone right here to keep him. He watches over me while I sleep. My friends would call me a little loud and boisterous. I'm known as the fun one of the group, always. And that's something that they totally call me. I can be a little crazy, but I'm also the one that everyone comes to for advice, and I'm also the one that everyone comes to raid her closet. I just gave my night supervisor just went to Canada for a business trip to Montreal, and she came over to my place, and I let her borrow a suitcase full of my winter clothes, and gave her a jacket and a coat and everything, and set her up because she'd never been to the East Coast, born and raised in California. I have a few things that I keep on my bed table. This is a little wonderful piece that I found at a Mexican restaurant in the North Shore in Hawaii. I haven't hung it yet. I wanted to hang it above my dad, but it reminded me of the Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet film with Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes, and that's one of my favorite films growing up. And I love the music, and I was really inspired by the fashion in his film, and just like the whole idea of the reboot of Romeo and Juliet, and it was just so visceral and beautiful, and so this reminded me of that, and it just reminds me of love and of Diane's motto, love is life is love, is life. Life is love. So this I keep with me a lot. I'm going to take you on a little tour of my apartment. It's a little messy because I just moved here and I work 45 hours a week and I'm really busy. So I haven't really had time to do much. So I'm sorry that I'm filming this on my own. I'm trying to make sure. This is a little hat that I'm going to wear. Part of my outfit today. And Halston's going to join us because she doesn't want to stay alone and I'm still potty training her. So this is my new dresser. I love it. I keep it with me all the time. This little message right here, it's backwards, but it says, it's one of my favorite typography art pieces. It says, "Dear heart, please stop getting involved in everything. Your job is to pump blood." That's it. It's just a little reminder not to get too emotionally attached to things and to kind of let things go, but also make sure that my heart is in stuff and not to overthink things, because I tend to do that a lot. And that's one of my flaws that my friends would say. I care too much and I get too involved. My friend makes these wonderful plaster, vintage, one-of-a-kind pieces. This is vintage wallpaper, and it's a plaster skull. I'm really into skulls, and my mom thinks that it's really bad because it's bad juju, but anyway, I like it. Here's my closet. This was what sold me on this apartment. It's a little disorganized right now, but I love my closet. So, I have a few pieces in here I love. I just found this again, which is one of my favorite DVF pieces. It's a little dress that I love to wear. And this is my piece de resistance in my apartment. It's my favorite thing in the entire world. And every time I invite someone over, they just love this piece. And I keep a few pictures on it, so I'll explain. And it's a little mirror, basically. So you can see me. This is the dress I was talking about. This is my DVF dress that I love. I love the print. I love the cut. It's really simple. I love the boat neck. This is my outfit today. I'm wearing a DVF top and a Reformation skirt. And this hat is Urban Outfitters. I'm not wearing any shoes right now because Halston's only had her first set of shots. So I'm trying not to track any dirt in because she's not supposed to get sick. So I'm going to put that back. Yeah, so this is my favorite mirror. It's a full-length mirror, if you can see. Some things I keep on it right here are pictures of my best friends from college. Photo booth pictures. This is my best friend, Michael. He currently lives in Zurich with his husband, who's German. We met in college and we became best friends, and we bonded over music and fashion and art. He's a photographer, so I helped him curate his senior thesis, which was math, and reprinted vintage old photos, which was amazing. And he introduces me to all the music that I'm inspired to, and I love him so much, and I miss him every day. And I always tell my parents, too, I'm a huge supporter of gay rights, LGBTQ. I work with a lot of nonprofits that support them, and so I promised him that when I grow up, I'll have my own kids, but he and his husband can also have some of my eggs, and if they decide to have a little baby of their own, I'll help donate my eggs to them. And so we made a pact when I was 18. And my parents are totally okay with it, which is amazing. This is my other group of friends. This is my friend Prin and her boyfriend. Prin works PR for a luxury fashion. Well, she used to work in luxury fashion, but now she works for luxury travel and PR. So in New York City, in Manhattan, where you are. So I love Manhattan so much. It reminds me so much of Tokyo growing up, and it's one of my favorite places. I remember going to New York City on a weekend after I was in upstate New York and just calling my mom and dad from the cab and saying, "Oh my God, pollution! I miss it so much." This Polaroid is from when I just went to Iceland in November, and this is one of the tallest church they have. It's so gorgeous. I made it's a little overexposed, and I did a couple extra things with it. But I love to take my Polaroid everywhere, and to just have everything kind of documented. And up here, I have some artwork. Marilyn, which is one of my favorite icons. I just love this picture of her. It's so, just her dress, and also the fact that she's just so not expected. It's just so candid, and she's so happy, and a lot of her pictures are very moody, and I read a lot of her biographies, and I identify with her a lot, which scares my mom. But I just love it, and my best friend Jen from college, she made this for me. I'm obsessed with mustaches, but this is a little snail with a mustache and a flower, so cute. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna, this is my bathroom. It's a little messy in here, but hang drying some clothes, and this is my little vanity table with my Polaroid and my jewelry and things like that. I also have more skulls in here, as you can see. A lot of skulls. Yep. And so this is my big bathroom. And then in here, I have some more art. I have a lot of art. My other favorite icon, Audrey Hepburn. I actually found that piece for free in Boston. And she totally is amazing. And so this is my living room, my couch. Some of my artwork again. I love anything that's white. So these are like my little accent cushions. These little gray cushions. And then also, I'm going to take my hat off now because it's probably annoying. And my little fluffy cushions. I love them. And I bought a white couch, which is really probably not that smart. But I just love white. I like things that are simple and classic. Oh, you can see all my craziness. I still haven't moved in yet completely. So I apologize for that craziness. Let's see. Get some light in here. And then this is my little table. This is my also piece right here. I have a little vintage stool. That's vintage fur, zebra fur that I love. This is one of my favorite pieces as well. You can't really see it from here. Probably if you go like that. It's the Brooklyn skyline, which is awesome. And then my guilty pleasure and where all of my paycheck goes is my vinyl record collection. I love music. No longer in music anymore, but some of my favorite things are great. I loved, right now I'm playing, let's see what I'm listening to now, Van Morrison, Astral Weeks. I always I tell everyone that my wedding song is going to be Sweet Thing by Van Morrison. I think that scares people off a little bit. But I just went to a concert for this band, A Winged Victory for the Sullen. They're kind of like a little um, ambient concert classical music. So I have a few more crystals right here and for good energy, and then also my favorite piece, which is an atlas that my friend made. Some more pictures. It's one of my favorite pictures of my mom and my dad. It's them on their honeymoon in Hawaii. My dad is wearing dress socks on a beach. I don't know why, but it's adorable. And this is also my parents' wedding photo, which is just so amazing. My mom she made the veil herself, and that dress is just so amazing. It just doesn't even fit on my thigh. But I want to, she still has it, and I want to remake it and create my own dress out of it. And just because I don't have my dad anymore, and we never got to go dress shopping. One thing that we talked about when I moved back to be with my dad, one thing I talked about before my dad passed away was that I wanted to take him dress shopping so that he could be part of my big day, even if it was looking like he was on hospice and he was dying. So my mom told me that he cried and cried and cried after, and he didn't show me, and he was just so touched. And so I want something part of him there. So that's why I want to incorporate part of my mom's dress, and also because it's gorgeous and I love it. It was short, and she had just had a long veil, and then for reception she had just a little hat, and I just loved it, and so adorable. This is one of my accent pieces. It's a little tie-dye ottoman. I love it so much. And I have a fireplace and everything. So anyway, that's a little bit of my life here in my apartment. This is my kitchen. I love Grumpy Cat. She is basically my spirit animal. She can say everything that I can't. And this is Halston's little home. If you can see that. Some people I'm inspired by Halston, obviously. The namesake for my little pup. And also I'm inspired by Diane. I'm inspired by Sophia Amoruso from oh, wait, where'd she go? Sophia Amoruso from Nasty Gal, and I just love. Come here. Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry. I just love any girl boss, like a women president. Audrey Hepburn, Marilyn Monroe. I just love all of my. I love strong women who kind of blaze their own path, and that's kind of who I love. Brigitte Bardot, Natalie Wood, Gia Carangi, Angelina Jolie, Carla Bruni Sarkozy, Grace Kelly, anyone who just kind of are who they are, and just don't make any apologies. They're totally honest and forthcoming, and what you see is what you get, and that's what I try to do myself with my life. I try to be honest and well, not rude, but honest, and to myself and to others. And I just think that lying is just despicable, and all my relationships have failed because of lying, and I just hate it. But Coco Chanel and Yves Saint Laurent, and just people who kind of champion women's rights, and I love them, and they inspire me. But I am also inspired by just women in general, and Malala, and just like wonderful young women who are strong and not afraid to speak their mind. I'm just very inspired by that. My role models, I mean, so hard in the fashion world. I mean, my mom is my biggest role model. Diana is my role model. I love that Coco Chanel and Saint Laurent. I love the idea of making pants for women and a suit for women. I think that's so amazing. The late, great Oscar de la Renta, his dresses, I die over those dresses. They're so gorgeous and fabulous. And Balmain, I am obsessed with my Balmain leather jacket. My style rules are just comfortable, stylish, something that makes you feel great and confident and gorgeous and beautiful. And I think that's what it is. I think if you're wearing something, it doesn't have to be what's in now. It has to be what's in for you. And so I think not to over accessorize. Don't try to do something just because people or fashion magazines or other celebrities or your friends or people are doing it. Some people shouldn't be wearing crop tops or and also they shouldn't be wearing things that are too tight. It's okay if you're wearing something and it's a size 6 or a size 8 or a size 10. Different brands are made differently, and it shouldn't matter what it says on your label. It just should matter how it fits on you and how you feel in it. And I think you should wear what makes you feel comfortable. I think you should wear what's proper for the occasion. I don't think it's appropriate to wear something that's low cut or, doesn't have sleeves or, that just has like midriff hanging out. In law school, there are some girls who are just not wearing the proper attire. And it was just, dress for the occasion, dress for the job you want, and dress for the person you want to be. And, I like to be classy, and I am a little bit heavy on the eye makeup. I love to make my eyes pop. I think maybe it's because I'm half Asian and I just feel like my eyes need to be big, but I just love keeping it basic. I have kind of found something that I like, and I keep it basic. Sometimes I'll let my friends. I let my friend do my hair. My friend just cut my hair after last week. She came over, and she's a stylist, and I do some hair modeling for her just because I have really, really thick hair. And it's natural and not treated at all, and it's just kind of waves. And so, I just do whatever and makes me feel comfortable and happy, and I think that's great. And I love leather jackets and shoes and bags. That's probably the most dangerous thing that is about me. I spend way too much money on bags and shoes. My mom came over to visit for Thanksgiving, and she saw my bag collection, and I got a little talking to. But right now, I'm just trying to budget and take care of my little one, and that's probably what it is. I work really well with others. I love working. All my coworkers are great. That's one of the things I love about my job. I'm really good friends with my supervisors, and right now, as I said before, my night supervisor is currently, she just got an extra promotion to be in charge of Canada as well, our Montreal, Canada online store in EU. So she's on a business trip to Montreal for 2 weeks, and so since I'm the most senior night shift person, I work Japanese business hours, so I work 3:30 a.m. to 12 a.m. 3:30 p.m. to 12 a.m. midnight. So I'm kind of in charge at the moment, and it's kind of a little nerve-wracking, but also yesterday was my first day, and it's been really great having more responsibilities, and a lot of the newer girls who work at night ask me questions and feel comfortable around me, and I love working as a team. I'm also really good at doing my own thing. I'm the only person in my office that works with Japan directly for our online store. So a lot of the other people in my department don't really have any input, and I'm really lucky that I'm bilingual, so I can speak on the phone. Yesterday, we had an issue with a package that got destroyed on its way to a customer by our shipping department, or shipping carrier in Japan. And so I had to call the Japan office, and then I had to pull stuff from the warehouse to make sure that something gets there overnight so we can accommodate our customer. And so it's really great. I can work on my own really well too. So I also take one for the team during the holidays when we have the Black Friday, Cyber Monday rush. I took one for the team, and I helped the customer service girls and took phone calls and took feedbacks and emails and responded to customers and assisted. And so I can work well as a team, and I work well on my own, and I work really great under pressure. I like having a deadline. I'm also a writer, and so I've been writing so much more now that I have a set 9 to 5, 3:30 to midnight job. And it's great for me that I have Halston Rose now, because she makes me wake up in the morning and take her out and feed her, and so I take care of her, and that's my responsibilities. I love having responsibilities. I love having deadlines. I love having tasks and special projects. And I just wrote with one of my coworkers a new back order cancellation email, and I edit a lot of the website for Japan Online for American Apparel. So it's really great to have a lot of responsibilities. I'm kind of in a lot of departments because of that, and I find it really lucky. And so, I feel like this opportunity to work possibly as a brand ambassador for DVF and get a 1-year contract, that is so appealing to me. Just to be able to even just meet her or have lunch with Diane is just so inspiring. Listening to her book and what she's been through with her cancer, and all of the things she does with the Diller von Furstenberg Foundation and gives back, and she's so humble, but she's just such a trailblazer for her time. And, at that time, there weren't that many amazing women designers who can just come up with something so simple as a jersey dress and a jersey, a little jersey dress, and you can throw it in your travel bag, and it doesn't wrinkle, and it's just a great material. And I'm so inspired by her passion to want to. She married a prince and she became a princess, but that pushed her and propelled her to want to work. And I think for me, that's something that's really important, and something that my mom and my dad taught me, is to make my own money. And they both came from blue collar families. They, worked their way up and worked really hard. And they taught me from a very young age to share and the importance of having your own job. And so that's why I work, because I don't want to be a trust fund kid who's writing and trying to be a creative artist. I want to work, and I want to earn my keep, and I want to be my own person and create my own empire. And that's really what I want to do. So to be able to represent a brand and work with such talented people and at the top of their game, and be able to have those connections and meet people and travel the world. I've traveled a lot. Traveling is one of my passions. I have a severe case of wanderlust. It's hard for me to stay in one place for a long amount of time. I love to travel so much. I just went to Hawaii a couple weeks ago for New Year's, just because I was so homesick, and I went to visit my dad's grave. And as I said, I went to Iceland for the first time in November, and it was just so inspiring. I took so many wonderful pictures, and I was inspired by the culture. I'd never been to one of those places. I went snorkeling through tectonic plates, and we went to a geothermal spa, and it was such a cleansing trip. And I wrote a lot, and I drew a lot, and I took a lot of pictures, and it was just such an inspiring trip. And I just would love to be able to travel for Diana and work with her and work for her and under her, and just be able to soak up all of the knowledge that she has to give me. Even, if I don't end up getting the job, just to be able to work with her would just be such a dream. And I would be so, so, so grateful. And I feel like I would be the luckiest girl in the world. And, yeah. And so, this is my story. And, I hope you liked my tour of my apartment. And it's a little long, but I definitely think that I would be great for this position. and I hope you choose me. And I hope I get to meet you guys very soon. Bye!